So my name is Sundar Arunapuram. I'm part of the OTM development team. I've been with the company for 22 years. I joined with Glog when Glog was 3 years old. And I've been with Glog through Oracle acquisition and stayed on. My background is prior to working for Oracle on Glog. I also worked at Manigistics, another supply chain logistics company. And before that, I worked for Penske Logistics, who's that time it used to be called Leaseway Transportation. And now it's Penske. So I worked there for 4 or 5 years. I have my expertise is in optimization, algorithms. Most of my career, I've been dealing with writing algorithms, planning, and over the years, we evolved from algorithms to AI, visualization, analytics. So there are many different areas of the product that I manage. Just raise of hands, how many of you have seen the movie or read the book Hitchhiker's Guide to Galaxy? Raise of hands. Not many people, okay. So this may not work out, but I'm going to say this anyway. So in that book, that's a science fiction written in 1979 by Douglas Adams. It's a humorous take on the sci-fi. In that book, there is a whole set of super intelligent beings in the universe. They design the fastest computer and to get an answer to the ultimate question of life, universe, and everything. And they enter the question, can you give us the answer to the great question of the ultimate question of life, universe, and everything. And this computer spins for 7.5 million years. Like, works very hard. And finally, on the day it's going to announce, everybody is assembled around the computer. And then it gives the answer. So the answer is 42. Just 42, nothing else. So everybody is puzzled. What is this answer? We thought it will give some great philosophical answer, pages of text, but just 42. They ask they enter the next prompt, saying that, hey, why 42? What happened? Like, we don't understand this answer. Then computer responds saying that, do you know what that ultimate question is? And everybody is quiet. And they say, like, okay, we don't know. What do you think the ultimate question is? They ask the computer. And the computer says, even I don't know. For that, I have to design another computer that will run for another 10 million years to get you the question, what the question is. So, what is the connection to that to what we are going to talk about? I'm going to tell you that what we are building in OTM, in AI, is going to be faster than the supercomputer then. It's going to give you a response less than 7.5 million years on. I guarantee that. Okay, performance is not an issue. Second, the solution quality, response, is going to be better than 42. Okay, so our solution will be better than what supercomputer could do. It's going to be better than 42. So, having said that, let me move on. Does it work? Clicker. So, how many of you know this safe harbor statement? Let me get to okay. The agenda is, I'm going to talk about OTM-GTM AI overview. I'm going to talk about what it is, what we are planning to do. And Sarvagya is going to do a demo of some use cases, talk about use cases and do a video demo on 3 use cases and followed by roadmap. Okay. So AI overview. The promise of AI in OTM. In OTM, we do a lot of different things end to end. We plan, we execute, we get the shipments. There's so much going on in OTM logic. And one of the key things is, because of its complexity, the user interface sometimes is challenging. Sometimes, so you could actually, using AI, could make streamline the user interface, make it better. We can power automation, repetitive tasks like repeated tasks such as creating the static data, creating screen sets. All those repetitive tasks can be automated and made easy. The second bullet is enhanced decision making, summarized information of complex business objects. And this is something that Sarvagya is going to show. We can take a business, the business objects in OTM, if you look at even things like shipment orders, the header level information is easy to understand, but if you really want to know what a shipment is, what actually it contains, you really need to go through all its interactions with different objects, and AI can do a fantastic job of going and pulling all the related piece of information and summarize that. So we plan to do that. Same thing with rates, order releases. There are so many different things you can do with summarization. Okay, we can set up in the logistics network modeling. We could use AI to automate the setting up of the scenarios. I don't know how many of you use LNM. When I say LNM, it is different from LLM. So don't get confused by that because it's very easy to get confused. So logistics network modeling is a tool in OTM to perform what-if analysis. And AI can help improve that. So we in OTM, we have different flavors of AI. We started several years ago working on the predictive AI. Predictive AI is the ability to take some information, some historical information, and learn from that and be able to predict. The shipment ETA is predicting shipment ETA is one of the use cases that we have. We also have order route prediction. We recently have done in GTM the product classification. So they are all predictive AI. So we have done those. And now we are moving, then came LLM. Then we are moving into generative AI. In Gen AI, so generative AI, most of you probably have already worked with Gen AI. If not, I think I highly recommend just go work with Gen AI, maybe ChatGPT or Google Gemini. It's amazing. It's pretty powerful. So in Gen AI, we can actually perform using LLMs a simple summarization kind of task. So that's something that we are going to show. That's another second flavor of AI. The third flavor of AI, which I'll touch upon the most in this session, is AI agents. The agentic AI provides the power of not only using LLM, but take the richness of OTM data, OTM information, OTM logic, and creates these agents to solve a complex business use case. And by using agents, you could actually, the number of use cases that you can generate and solve is innumerable. There is so many things you can do with it. And we are just touching the surface. So the future is very bright for the agentic AI. So just to comparison, those of you who have already used machine learning and predictive AI, you can see a comparison. Some of the slides, I'm going to skip through the slides fast because in the interest of time, I want to give Sarvagya enough time for him to actually showcase some of the agents that we have developed. So I'll skip through this. These presentation slides we put there so that it can be a reference for you when you go back. All of you will get the slides. Okay? I'm not going to go through all of this. So in OTM, what we have done is we started building these agents natively in OTM, starting from scratch. And then in parallel, the Fusion team at Oracle, they started creating this very nice Fusion AI agent tool that satisfied all the needs for OTM. So we then said that instead of building ourselves, we said we will use the Fusion's AI Studio. This is one of the most powerful frameworks. Last a couple of weeks ago, Rupal, myself, and Shakti, we went to a NVIDIA conference. And we were looking at, and this NVIDIA conference is all about AI. So there are so many booths. It's a huge, I attended 2 conferences. The first conference was attended by about 25,000 people. The one that we attended was about 5,000 people. And there are so many booths who had these AI agents that were actually building. And when we saw those, I felt that what Oracle has done is amazing. This is not my team. This is not the OTM team that built it. This is a Fusion, another team within Oracle that's building this. But they have done a fantastic job, and we'll see that in the examples. Now, the reason I'm saying this is because OTM is going to use that agentic AI platform for all our agentic work in the future. Having said that, one caveat, I don't know how many of you do not have a Fusion product. How many? So one hand to maybe a couple of hands. So this one will require a Fusion product, at least some Fusion to work. If you do not have Fusion, this solution will not work. Now, when I say that it is only for agents, for the LLM use cases, that one will work for both those that have Fusion and do not have Fusion. So I just wanted to mention that. And let me go to the next screen. This is just an overview of what Oracle AI Agent Studio is. It has pre-built templates. It's based off of multiple different LLMs. You can use OpenAI, you can use Grok. There are many different LLMs that is supported. It has powerful explainability. So when you get when you ask a question, when you get a response, you can get how that it came, the decision. It gives you a plan, and you can explain what the response, where the response is coming from. It can extend. The agents can be extended. You can take agent, copy that, and you can add your own extensions. You can add more tools and make it more powerful. You can, there is integration and APIs, so it's all based on REST APIs. And because it's based on REST APIs, you can do anything you want as long as there's a supporting REST APIs. And OTM has lots of REST APIs, and we're building a lot more to enable the AI. So human in the loop concept is that it provides the capability of, when you build the agent, you can also tell that, hey, make sure that you get approval from a human to go further. So you can have the human in the loop thing built into your agents. So it has many different, like testing and validation. This is one of the most important thing, I believe. So the framework allows you, when you build your own agents, you can test and validate. The other thing, the security is another one that Oracle is extremely careful in making sure that whatever you do is secure from data security point, and then there is so much security that's built inside the framework. Now, one thing you can do is, it is a tool that we in OTM are using to pre-build agents and create agents that you can use freely. But in addition to that, you can also use the same tool and build your own agents and use these agents. You can build your own agents. You can actually call the OTM's REST API, and you can configure the way you want. You could do that also. Those are called custom agents, and that comes at a price. It's not free. The ones that OTM builds, agents we build for you, they're all free. They don't need a special subscription for it. As long as you are a Fusion customer also, you get all the agents we build for free. Here is the agents. I'm just going to go through the different components within agents. So agent is a tool that you create that has a specific purpose. You provide the description of the agent, and you provide the instructions what the agent should do, and it uses tools to perform the task. And I'll go with the tools. So here is a sample agent, which you see this when we present our diagnostics and RQ examples. So this is a screen from the Fusion AI agent. So you can actually create an agent. You can add this is a supervisor agent. There are multiple children agents, and you can actually do. You can provide you can add more agents, or you can add the tools which will give you the ability to invoke the REST API and back. Okay. I'm going to skip through some of these slides. So all these slides here I have, these are all for reference purposes. And like I said, this was actually 1 hour presentation that we did at the last SIG. But given the time, that limit we have, I'm going to skip through this, but feel free to reach out to us. This is just a diagram of how the interaction agents, topics, and tools work. Workflows, I'll quickly touch upon, spend about 5 minutes on workflows because this is very important. This is a new concept that we introduced in the latest version of Fusion. Workflows, I don't know how many of you used OTM agents. It's a sequence of steps to perform a task. So it provides, so workflows automates the process. You basically create a workflow and then it automates the process. What the AI agents let you do, take that workflow, extend it to make it intelligent. And that's extremely powerful. You can take a workflow and add the conversational thing to make it even better. And it has the ability to reason, adapt, and improve over time. So these are the, again, I'll leave these slides here. And these are some of the design patterns. You can have sequential workflow, which is, it performs a sequence of steps. You can have a parallel workflow, which means that multiple things come together to solve a problem. So each one, you can have 3 different things working in parallel, and they all together answer a question. This thing. You could have a conditional loop. You can switch. You can take a keyword from the LLM's response and do the switch. You could have a loop going back. So you could do multiple things. This is one of the things that I felt is extremely powerful. I think this is very well documented in Oracle's website, and I just copied and pasted some of it. You can go through this, but I strongly recommend, there are a couple of training videos out there, and we'll provide the links to those videos that you can look at and learn about it. But my recommendation to those that are serious in developing and understanding agents, strongly recommend that you watch the videos and go through these documents. I'm going to quickly go through, these are roadmap, what's coming, what is already there. One of the key areas, and I'll mention this and I'll give it to Sarvagya, the partner marketplace is a concept where partners can develop agents and have Fusion include those as part of the product. And there is some partnership arrangements can be made. So that also is already there in 25D of Fusion. I'm going to stop here and then give Sarvagya. These are various different agents. And so custom AI is already talked about, where you can actually add custom AI and embedded and custom. So Sarvagya will take over. I know I quickly ran through this because of time. I want to give Sarvagya, Aris is going to beat me up later on.
Not really. Thank you, Sundar. And thank you for referring to one of my favorite movies of all time. And I always felt that when you are asking question to AI, you have to be very specific. Otherwise, you have to ask question and work with the latency.
The interesting thing is this book was written in 1979. Douglas Adams, who wrote the book, he somehow envisioned ChatGPT then. Think about it.
Yeah. So, like Sundar have mentioned, I'm going to cover the demo cases and the roadmap. So, in the demo cases, we are going to work 3 demo cases. The first 2 going to be the agentic. The third one is going to be Jain AI. Now, the difference between agentic and Jain AI, agentic works with the Fusion AI Agent Studio. So, you have a supervisor agent, you have worker agent, and in the worker agent, you have tools, you have topics, a lot of other things. In the Jain AI, it is going to be simple. It's going to be directly querying the LLM, which is large language model, and getting an output from there. It could be conversation based, it could be just an answer, either way. And then, of course, the roadmap. So the very first use case, and we have got this feedback, I think, from almost every customer and SI, is when we are trying to do a bulk plan, and during the bulk plan, we found an error or issue, or it may be as simple as that it is not giving what we are expecting. How to fix that? So currently, how we are doing is we are getting the diagnostic log and going through that. So we are going to talk about first the business use case. What is the use case? What is the expectation? What came out? And then see if our agentic AI can help us in that. So in here, the use case is we have around 16 order releases, which is going from Baltimore to different locations. You see different number of orders. Now these orders, they have different weights, different sizes. Here are the rates. So on this diagram, we have represented the each location or lane combination. So in the center here, we have the source, and then we have the different destinations. And these are the rates which are compatible for this kind of scenario. Now, based on the basic understanding and how this is supposed to work, this is our saving algorithm, multi-stop saving algorithm. From this, we can see that ideally, this particular order should come up with 2 multi-stop shipments. Okay? Then, like everybody else, we did a bulk plan, and rather than 2, it gave us 4 multi-stop shipments. Now, what happened? These are the multi-stop shipments. Then we went back to the algorithm and see that, okay, maybe 2 is not a right call because the way rates are designed, giving us 2 multi-stop shipments would be a little more expensive than getting 4 multi-stop. But even with this, we could have a little bit of saving and get the 3 multi-stop shipments. But something was missing. Why it didn't give 3? Why it gave 4? I understand 2 cannot happen because of the cost, but it should have given 3, not the 4. So this is where the diagnostic agent workflow comes in the picture. So we have a supervisor agent. So supervisor agent is like a supervisor, right? A lot of managers in this room, so they understand better. They basically delegate things. They said, okay, you go do this, you go do that. So we got 4 agents here. The very first agent is responsible for summarizing what is there in the diagnostic file. It is just for the summarization. So it looks into that, okay, number of orders, number of shipments, what rates are involved, what itineraries are involved, service provider, a lot of stuff. Second agent does a deep dive. So once the summarization is done, the second agent is going to look into, okay, if something has went wrong. So it's a technical term, nodes. So you're going to have certain nodes. It goes further. If you have ever opened the diagnostic log file, you would see that, okay, certain thing have failed. You further click on that, there's a plus sign, something more come, then something more come. It's going to do a deep dive. It is going to give you a better answer than the first one to say, if something went wrong, what possibly went wrong. Then the third agent we have specifically created for multi-stop scenario to give you a cost-saving matrix. So like everybody knows, we have multi-stop for a purpose of saving cost. Okay? So what is the cost saving happening, how it is working, what are the different factors involved, what are the lanes involved, what orders have merged. Third one does that. Fourth one is one of the ones who gives you answers about how to fix whatever has happened wrong. So like in our scenario, we were supposed to get 3 multi-stop shipments, but we got 4. Okay, what went wrong? How do I get this answer? So the fourth one is going to look into the multi-stop bulk plan guide and try to find you an answer based on whatever is the diagnostic file to say this went wrong. So idea here is that we are so it's currently in the development phase, but this is going to look something like this. So you will have a workbench. In the workbench, at the side of it, you will be able to query based on the bulk plan. It will find out what is the diagnostic file. It will send it to agent. It will come up with a summary. So this is what a summary looks like. I know it's not readable probably to most of you guys. We are going to share this PPT. You can have a look. But the idea is going to say what is the status, what number of orders were there, how many shipments were created, things like that. And then we ask question. So we ask, and it is a conversation model, right? It is where you ask, what happened? Why did I not get as a single output? Why it given a different output? So it gave you the answer based on that, okay, it was not feasible. So then the next question came, okay, how can I make it feasible? It's supposed to give me 3, it gave me 4. What can I do? And then it tells you, okay, you can do maybe include the number of stops. We can consolidate from 2 to 4. Or you can change the setting on the concurrent planning, consolidation algorithm. So these things are important, and these answers we are going to get from that. So now in this one, I have tried to run it. So there's a video, it's sort of a live video, so there will obviously be some latency. So I asked the question, it gave me a summary, it gave me number of orders, what are the orders involved, what are the shipments created, what are the different shipments got consolidated, how it is looking, and then it also gave me what you can do next. So recommended next steps. What is the next question you can ask to get a better answer? So then I asked, okay, what happened in the multi-stop saving matrix? Tell me. So it does this calculation, and then it will come up with the different lanes. What is the savings? What are the shipments created? What is the summary? Impact of multi-stop logic? Once again, it suggests, okay, you need more information, you can ask me. It even suggests you the answer. So I asked, okay, fetch me the saving matrix. What is the saving matrix it look like? So this is how it is working. This is thinking, this is doing conversation with you, it is going to give an output. Ignore the yellow fields. So since, like I said, it's in development, it's in the debug mode. So there's a lot of things calls, API, REST API calls it's make. So these are the yellow ones, calls it's making. Summarization it is doing from the LLM perspective. And then this is the saving matrix. So here in the middle, it is going to save you. right? It is going to give you the savings. It's going to give you the actual dollar value at each and every step. What is the saving matrix? And then finally, I asked, okay, how do I get to where I want to go? So it give you the same answer, and I think for the interest of time, I will move to the next slide. But yeah, it will give you the answer that, okay, these are the parameters, and anybody who knows OTM, there's not a single way to achieve what you wanted to do. There are a number of parameters. So it guides you like, okay, you can try with this parameter, that parameter, and from there you can pick up what all parameters you can configure, give it a try, and see the result. The second use case is a rate inquiry agent. Now the rate inquiry agent, we already have a rate inquiry tool in OTM, and in the rate inquiry tool, you can provide the source and destination and provide what is the lane, what is the cost, transit time. So something similar here. We are going to work with that. In addition to this, you can use it in the natural language. It will give you the answer. If you want the fastest, it will give you the fastest. If you want the cheapest, it will give you the cheapest, those sort of thing. So RIQ currently is a single agent system. We are going to enhance it with more agents. So currently, we are working purely for TL, LTL. So that is the single agent system. And this is the sort of answer you are going to get. So you will ask, okay, how many number of units we wanted to send from A to B. I actually have a video for this one as well. Yeah. So I asked that, okay, I want to send 5 units of something from this location to this location. What is the best possible way? So same thing, it is going back to OTM with the help of REST API. It is going to identify, okay, what is the information I can get from there. And then it will present you all the options possible for this particular lane along with the transit time. And then on top of it, you can ask more questions. So let's say if it gives you everything and you're only looking for the cheapest, you can ask for the cheapest. So number of options it gave you. Okay. Then I can ask, okay, what is the second best rate? If I don't want to go through all that, just ask what is the second best rate, what is the cheapest one, what is the fastest one. If you are interested in a specific carrier, you ask for that carrier only, so it will give you the information for that carrier too. Okay. Shall we move on? Okay, let me finish it. Okay. Yeah. So I said ask for the second best rate. Then number 1 I chose that, okay, give me the details of that rate. It gave me the details. And then if I say, okay, what is with the fastest transit time? So based on the transit time, it will give you that, okay, this is the fastest, it will take this long to reach where you want to go. Okay, let's move on. Third one, shipment.
I have a question. Can you use some of these tools to rerun the pipeline for only a specific part of the portfolio?
Action parts will come a little later. It's in the roadmap. So not currently. Currently we are using for analyze, and I'll come to that. This is the third scenario. So this is not getting into the agentic part. It is only in the Jain AI. So that basically means is that from the shipment, and this is the shipment summary. So you ask that, okay, summarize a particular shipment. It is going to open the workbench. You select the shipment. Based on the shipment selected, it will display it on the map. At the same time, it is going to provide you summary of the shipment. You can make it conversational, or if you make it direct. Another benefit of this particular use case is, like Sundar have mentioned, anything agentic, you have to have Fusion as well, any product. But Jain AI is not required on Fusion. So if you only have OTM, this will be available to you. Okay. Moving on. AI roadmap. So 5 minutes. So in the AI roadmap, we are working on number of ways you can use agentic or Jain AI overall. So first one, you have seen the conversation piece, which is you don't know exactly what you are looking for. You ask a question, then you refine your question, how you are dealing with ChatGPT or Gemini, similar. Second is what you see is you select something, you start with a question, and then based on that, you can make a conversation if you want, or go ahead with the first answer you get. Third one, you don't have to do anything. Jain AI or agentic is going to look into a particular failure, and it prepares the reason for what went wrong directly. And last one is very straightforward, very simple. Something happens, Jain AI going to give you a very small specific answer, no conversation, no details, just a very small answer to say what possibly went wrong. The reason I'm saying possibly, it is going to work with the logs. If the information is there in the logs, it will provide the answer. Now with that, I will quickly browse through these slides. Some of the items which are already in development or delivered, they are highlighted here. One important thing I like to emphasize is that we are not thinking from a specific module perspective. We are not saying that, okay, order management need this or shipment execution need this. We are thinking from the user perspective. So if a planner is there in his day-to-day, what all he needs to do and how he or she needs to do, and how can we make their life easier and better. So they can do, like diagnostic analyst is one scenario I have shown. It is going to make their life easier. Similarly, for logistics director, what are the different activities they have to do? Service provider. So service provider, we have done a lot of work recently. This is also in addition so that they can use Jain AI for their purpose. Finance specialist. So we are getting certain requests for the finance people, and this is to say that how can they use Jain AI within OTM. And finally, CSRs. Now, the CSRs guys are one of the very specific people because they don't have to log into OTM every time. So, something like one is the providing the summary, shipment and order summary. So, just they are on phone with their customer, and customer is pressing them just like Nikhil is pressing me. Give me answer now. I just say, okay, this is the shipment. What's happening? It gives the answer. I can tell Nikhil 2 more minutes. Carry on. Okay, and it is not we are limiting just to OTM. GTM also we have number of plans. We already have product classification using machine learning, which is also part of AI. So that is also there, but we are going with number of other features. So for export and import, both perspective we are going to do. But this is really not what I wanted to talk to you guys. What we wanted here, and the reason we came here is we need your inputs. So I think all of you guys are aware of Idea Labs, right? Please take out some time. This presentation will be shared to you afterwards as a part of PDF or something. We'll figure this out with the SIG board. Maybe go through this presentation again. Think, talk to your teams, talk to your business. Where exactly do you need Jain AI? How can we do something to make their lives better? And give me an Idea Lab. Because a lot of things we are doing here, we are doing based on our understanding of how you are running your business. And we have a fair understanding, no doubt on that. But at the same time, you guys there, you're talking to your CSR, your planners, your import-export specialist, your financial person, and they know, and they might come and tell you that, you know what, I need, if I could maybe get something, somewhere to make this easier, this will be very helpful to us. If you have any such ideas, please reach out to us, please write it there, and we will try our best to accommodate in the nearest future. Otherwise, we do have a plan, we're going to run with that plan. And with that, these are our teams. Yeah, a lot of these people are in this room. Couple of them, if they're not here today, they will come tomorrow. Reach out to any of us if you have questions, and we are very happy to answer. We are happy to share our findings.